your inability to love yourself might be the reason why you constantly manifest the relationships that you are in, which you might not be happy in. And hear me out when I say this. If you have parts of yourself, if I ask you, do you love yourself? And you're like, I love myself. It's like, okay. What about the parts of yourself that you wish wouldn't there? The parts of yourself that you feel are truly disgusting. The parts of yourself you would never show to anybody. The parts of yourself that you think even God spits on. Yeah? What about those parts? The parts of yourself that you think that even God hates. That God, even God, the divine, as loving as God is, even hates those parts of yourself. What about those parts? What about those parts? How do you treat them parts? And it's almost like you expect, perhaps, do you expect another human being to love those parts and tell you those parts are good enough before you tell yourself that those parts are good enough? And you constantly expect another human being to tell you those parts are good enough, you are worthy of love, you are worthy of love, those parts are lovable, right? When then you outsource your power, then now that person owns you. You are you are puppet to that human being. And that human being is another human being that they are filled with flaws. And the time that that human being decides that they no longer want to love you, well, there goes your sense of worth. So really, truly, what I've seen and what has worked with a lot of people that I've spoken to is when you start to love all parts of yourself. Oh, hey, even the parts of yourself that you wish don't exist. Those parts need a special love. The parts of you that you just wish weren't there, even let's say that you have, it can even be things like, it can be certain parts of yourself, your jealousy, your hatred, the way you look down upon people, your judgment. Honestly, loving those parts and understand that it's just survival mechanisms. It's just survival mechanism. You're not born evil. You're not born bad. When you can embrace those parts of yourself, love those parts of yourself, at that point, you are no longer relying on the human being and you are sort of mirroring this aura that another human being looks and say, hey, do you know what? You love yourself that much. I want to love you as well that much.